To the same Larry.
3 hours. Must be the shittest head in the world.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I'm bleeping that straight away.
Must be hellacious.
Yeah, we don't start like that.
3 hours.
3 hours high. Before hi, hello.
And you know what
how
it is
you
as
doing?
well? What I've realised, black people, they come on podcasts and lie about sex.
No.
So
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I
unprovoked.
know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen it. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
like unprovoked, and then they lie, and then you sound stupid at the end of it.
They
'cause
looked at
it's
the woman. I was like, "What are you talking about?" I know what you're talking about.
3
A
hours.
fair skinned lady.
Yeah.
Ah, yes,
3
yes, I did.
whole
I
hours.
saw that.
You know my issue with this as well. Like, you know when people make them jokes about like they need to get rid of podcast equipment. I'm like, bro, you didn't have to come out. Like, you know, some things you could have kept in your head. Like, it's not by force.
Some things could have been an email.
You know that, you know that old meme, yeah, of the uncle going, "Are you normal?"
Yeah.
That's what I think every time I see someone do wild stuff on podcasts. Like, chill out.
Bro, you know what it is? I've realised as well, the podcasts where they have meaningful conversations, black conversations, that's fine. But it's whenever it goes into the topic of sex or relationships, nah, write it off. Don't even bother listening because you know you're going to hear nonsense.
Yeah. It's lies.
Lies, like,
Yeah.
because you know what it is? And then the women as well, their aim is obviously to say the most
Elaborate,
outrageous sexual things because they know it will go viral. And then the guys is to be ultra, is it red pill? What's the one where you just hate women? What's that one? Blue pill. Right? So the guys is to be ultra blue pill. And then the women is to be ultra as mad sexual as possible. Like I saw one where a girl was like, I was getting 8 out and then I had an orgasm and then
I pooped a little bit.
I pooped and then I had to slap it before it could even come out and then it's hit the wall. And it's
And
like,
you
I was
saw
like, come on, like, come on, what we doing there, man? Let's go.
It just sounds like a script.
It's I had a comment on one of the my friend had a comment on one of the posts and they said I work in Macy's and whenever black people come in to ask for podcast equipment I tell them it's sold out. Oh my god.
Well, let's do this properly, man. This is episode 178 of the DSP podcast with myself, Reese. You in the studio to my right,
Drinks.
to my left,
Oh.
behind the camera.
Gabriel.
Unfortunately, Kay couldn't be here this week, but she'll be back next week. Hope you're looking after yourself.
Fucking shoes, bro.
That's hilarious. Two drinks. How you doing, sir?
Yeah.
That was the knee.
Yeah. It's kneeing.
Cool.
How's the shoulder?
Flinging.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Mm.
You ain't got that bottle. You ain't got that bottle no more.
Just said
Huh?
nothing,
You haven't got that bottle no more.
Bottle. It's a buckle. This one. I know you don't know bottle. It's a buckle.
No,
this
the
one.
other thing from the other
You're
I can't say that.
already,
No,
Gav.
I have to beat that. That's in the beginning, so I know I'll have to beat. I'll beat.
Already.
That's fine. That was fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll beat it.
Man went, I'll just do that from now.
Wow.
Oh, how you doing? That's so dumb.
That's crazy. That one I'll beat. I know that one is mad. Oh.
I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Staying
Three
warm.
bleeps already. With one
Stay. Listen, before we've even done intro, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. First copy of The House That Jollof Built should be here in about 2 weeks.
Ooh.
That's what we like to hear.
So
How do we?
You just heard Jollof and you switched off. You had nothing else after
Nah,
that.
if it was House of Rat. Anyway,
Yeah.
rice and peas might have to Aki and so cool, innit? Rice and dumpling and just like
Rice and dumpling.
Nah,
I don't know.
Nah, you can't have nah.
We are not going to have a
Nah,
conversation.
you can't.
Not with you anyway.
Ola, how's your week been?
Nah, it's been it's been good. It's been good to be fair. It's been a good week.
I'll take a Caribbean soup over a pepper soup. You know,
What Caribbean soup?
I will.
No, but not even a Jamaican one.
But the Saturday one.
No.
Not a
Saturday
Jamaican
soup.
one, bro.
No,
The
you don't-
pepper pot.
As we're
No,
doing
no.
this, what
Okay.
soup? Is it like chicken soup, fish soup?
Chicken,
Lamb.
Asian pepper,
chicken, potato,
the
like-
pepper pot one.
No, he's talking about Caribbean soup. I'm asking which one.
Oh no, that's the Caribbean one. It's
Yeah,
the
but there's
Asian
no,
one.
but there's not
There's
just
more than
one.
one.
There's
soup.
different types of. There's different soups.
Man,
There's
dark
different
as Lowry.
soups.
That's crazy.
But
Damn, nearly knocked the Lowry on the floor.
give him a soup,
Hit me.
dumpling,
My reflexes.
sweet
That's
potato, yam.
No, but
Lamb neck.
you say that, but when there's
Lamb
a
neck.
pepper soup,
Yeah, but
Wait and
listen,
see.
a soup with a dumpling is just
Yeah.
See, I don't.
unrivaled.
I don't like boiled dumpling.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
That's a you problem.
that's one I don't
See,
like.
if
I like
you-
ackee saltfish.
If
though,
you ever
that's
have
what I
like boiled dumpling, yeah, like if you have soup, you have leftover boiled dumpling, yeah.
Mhm.
Fry the boiled dumpling. It's one of the nice things you've tasted in life.
Mm.
That's
Fry
like
a
with
boiled dumpling?
I'm guessing it'll
Fry the
be.
boiled dumpling. One of the nice things you've
What does
tasted
it do? So I'm guessing it'll be very, very soft in the inside, but it's crunchy on the outside.
Just fry it. I'm not gonna tell you. Fry the dumpling. One of the best ones.
Nah, you were searching for a why there. I saw Mark
I didn't say
searching for a
nothing.
why.
I didn't say
You were
nothing.
searching.
Machine
No.
for machine.
No, but
Ooh.
My mum used to do it with kids.
but it's like with what people with yam. Like when we boil yam and then the day afterwards we fry it.
So probably something like that. Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
pretty similar.
But yeah, Gabe, good week.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful week, man. Beautiful. Great to be alive.
All
All right, easy.
I think this for all of us. For all
right.
of
Okay,
us.
cool.
You know, for all
What
of
else you got, bruv? Man, to run you through Lucian.
I saw something funny that'll kill you. Oh my
Go on.
days. I need to send it to you. It's a guy who was like, I'm too old to be beefing with people.
Oh,
It's
so,
like,
no,
you're going-
no,
it's
no,
like-
no, no. Actually,
Is that fuck?
let's go into that, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I was like public confrontations, innit?
I was gonna say
So,
that
yeah.
sounds like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
I'm stubborn anyway, yeah? And I like, there's parts of me that revel in confrontation, yeah, if I know I'm not in the wrong. Right?
Yeah.
So whenever people talk to me about, if there's issues or whatever, and someone's trying to take your phone, I said, I'm smashing my phone. None of us are getting this phone.
Yeah.
If I can't have my phone, you're not having my phone.
You know, have it.
But I
yeah.
understand, like, as I'm getting older, that's not the most complete way of thinking.
I totally fucking agree with you.
What part, me smashing my phone, or
That the stubbornness about life as you're getting older, just feeling like, look, if you're gonna try and take something from me, then no. But again, that's not the safest thing to do. But at the same time, for as many summers as I've seen on this planet, I feel I've reached the stage where it's like, you don't have the audacity to do that because I'm just
I'm not a prick?
I'm not a prick, and I'm not bothering everyone. I'm doing everything the right way. So if you bring that to me, that gives me carte blanche to just say,
But you know what's helps? You know what's what helps in conflicts as well? That's what I know.
you know, like Terrence Howard in The Best Man.
I'm gonna get the game as well. You know what helps me in them situations as I go older? If I have to take public transport, my headphones are always in and my face is always pushed.
Mhm.
So it's one of them like, oh, hungry. Yeah. So it looks like I'm not in the mood to play any game, so leave me alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So even today, when I come back from the hospital, couldn't drive. There's no thing like on the bus, and I timed it wrong. So I'm on the bus with school kids.
Ooh.
So then even then, like I'm thinking school kids finish at like 10 to 3, bro. It's like what 2:40, and they're on the bus. I'm like, for heaven's sake,
Really?
bro.
In numbers.
Yeah, in numbers.
Oh.
But I realised, yeah, bare black youths were making up noise. I've sat in a way where my leg, you can't sit next to me unless I want you to sit next to me, yeah.
Mhm.
And I've moved my leg for them to sit down. My face looks so stern, and these are like the bratish type of black youths. None of them sat next to me. None of them. The minute I got up, wrong way, chill out. Right, yeah. The minute I got up, yeah, to go
Too
downstairs.
far away.
But the mic can hear me, bro. Chill out. I will hear it. I will look in.
I might pick him up because that as well.
The minute I got up to go downstairs, that's when they jumped to my feet.
The face was effective.
But yeah, Gabe, what you saying about confrontation thing?
Yeah, no, I saw something and it's like,
It's the
all
same
right.
clip I saw. That's
Yeah, same clip, right? Yeah, so and he was like, "Is this what he was like? No, you're good. Like, no, you're going to jail. Like, you're going to jail. Like,
If I get into passes, yeah, if
Yeah,
someone bars
like-
me, sorry, bro, man doing stupidness, I'll call the police.
Yeah, it's like, but in saying that, I think with the way we've been raised, I don't know what it is, but even the guys, just like, even for us, right? We've got a certain stigma about, like, we've got a certain way we think about calling police officers. Even though you're not directly on the road, right? You have a certain mentality when it comes to calling police officers. Now, I can't say that mentality's gone for me right now at the age I'm at, but I'm understanding why it's leaving for the majority of people. Because it's not fair that guys on the road can create a set of rules to a game that
That
even
we don't
people,
partake in.
that even people that aren't partaking in have to succumb to these rules. Nah, it's not fair. It's not fair. If you want to bully, if that's what you want to do, you should make rules which say you can't touch civilians. You
There
have
was
to
rules
leave
before,
civilians
and
There
alone.
then
was,
became a
yeah,
free
there was
rule.
rules before.
But it's like, yeah, if you're If you want to do something to the civilian and then say they can't snitch, no, please. I encourage every civilian to call the police.
Calling the
Whenever you get the
police.
chance to, call them very quick. Very, very quick.
Go home with your big ass.
Because, man, some of these guys are just, it's
funny?
going too far.
One of the youths I play football against in our league, he's a Fed. He's young. He's 20. Right, yeah. Big youth. Like, he's not like a small boy, like 6'2", like wham youth. Because man them know he's a Fed, we play football against him, yeah. Man them use it as a guy to get him, yeah. Like, with effing Fed. I was like, bro, it's a job. Like, I'm not a kid where that's like where it's like it's not affecting me. I'm not doing nothing mad. So man are trying to fly through him little cheeky jokes. But I've yet to rebuttal, bro. You know what much money I'm on? You wish you was on the money I'm on at 20, bro. Like I'm thinking that's mad. Like me personally, like I hear it, but I still want to be a Fed. But it's not my career, so I don't care. When they're trying to draw him up, how can my brother's little brother go? But take consideration, he's like the year below this guy in it. He's like, are you actually a Fed or well, I thought it was just rumours.
Just rumors, That's funny.
Kay, are you alright? Like it's not that deep. Like what?
I've never sometimes understood that as like trying to like not pick on someone, but just because you work as something like, oh my gosh, blah blah. Like I've got to look after myself.
Well, I remember Kieran once went to fight a Fed. He didn't know.
Yeah, that must be very long.
We were in Clapham. We must have been about 23. We was in Clapham on a night out, and there was like a group of Feds, right? Yeah, and you know, and like just that normal, it might be like normal men just walking past you, and me and Kieran are walking, and the guy's barged Kieran in there, like because they've not looked, but obviously all of them are like 6 foot up. Kieran's at 5'7". Kieran's gone to activate, and I saw one of them. I said, "Don't fucking do it." He said, "Why?" I said, "That guy is my uncle's brethren. He's a Fed." So I'm assuming all of them are Feds. Don't do it, yeah. He was like, "Oh, Reese." He went, "Oh, Reese." I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" Thing. Kieran clocked. I said, "Yeah, that would have been a long day." And they're off duty. So you're going to get punch up by off duty Feds.
And then they're going to call the actual on duty Feds and they're going to have.
I said, don't do it. Don't do it. Like,
long day.
I mean, like, because Gabriel, that thing that you said where it's like these people, they've created a game and there's a set of rules, and even if you're not playing the game, you kind of have to abide by the rules. Like, if each and every single one of us went home and our houses were cleaned out down to the light bulb, you wouldn't call the police.
You know the realness is why
you would have to though, because if you've got home insurance, you would need to.
Yeah,
sorry, but then, sorry, what did you say?
If you've got home insurance, you would need.
But why was you thinking?
No, but I'm saying because I'm like, if I know, because all right, cool. So if I can speak about a personal situation, my house has actually been robbed before, and we suspect. Well, it's not even we suspect. We kind of know who did it. Or I say we suspect. We know who did it. Do you get what I'm saying? And the way to solve that wouldn't have been to call the police. It would not. It just would not have been the way to solve it.
Did you get your stuff back?
No.
But nothing of real significance was taken.
Right. Did you talk to the people who you fought it?
See, that's another story off camera. But
you're off camera anyway.
Off camera, but I just.
I would have given you the money. I would have given you the money. No, you wouldn't.
But it's like
he got shot
like I got shot, but he ain't fucking breathing.
But it's like I don't. There's been. I remember when once I worked in a phone shop and.
Was you Joanne?
You don't understand the joke.
I don't even get.
Oh, phone shop. Oh, classic TV show.
No, people did say though our phone shop was run like a phone shop. People used to joke around because it was like a young phone shop.
You're probably Joanne, yeah.
Probably, I don't even know who he is. Right, didn't it? I don't know.
Black Cube Mohican worked to the phone shop.
I see the Mohican part's a bit bad, didn't it? I wouldn't have had that. What? The Afro was there. I think so. Yeah, Afro was there 3 times. But yeah, cut long story short, guy's phone got robbed.
In the shop?
Yeah, so he was running a credit check for a Kurdish woman. So he was on this whole, like, this is a Muslim woman, I'm Muslim, and he was doing the whole, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Sister, blah, 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 blah. He goes downstairs anyway to go and get the phone that she wanted to get, but the credit check declined. So by the time he's come up with the phone, and she's not here. So she had left the store. So he was like, "Oh, how come she left?" And then he was like, "Oh no, we ran the credit check for you whilst you went downstairs. It declined, so she left." So anyway, but he's noticed his phone is gone.
His phone.
Yeah, his phone is gone. So he got into everyone in the store. He questioned everyone. Everyone was like, "We don't know what happened." He checked the CCTV, saw who took the phone. Obviously, there was the option of calling the police or
Was
solving
someone in
it.
the store?
Nah, the woman.
He's got her details, isn't it?
Allegedly. Allegedly. But all I'm saying is the next day he came back with the phone. And it's my guy. I know what it is. I wish I could say his name, but it's my guy. Shout him out where he is right now.
Did he tell you what he did?
Yeah, it was an event. I might have been on the other end of the phone. It was eventful. It was an eventful day. It was an eventful day, but he did exactly what I would have done to get my phone back if I knew the address. So I respect it. So this is why I say this whole calling the police thing. I don't know it. Like I can't say I'm past that mentality yet.
The bigger question
Because you're about the road.
No,
but it's not even because I'm about the road. It's just there would have been for me that would have been the most efficient way to get my phone back.
The bigger question I'm asking here is when it comes to like public confrontation, are you at the age now where you would call the police, or that you would find a way that is like you're taking the blame off yourself, which is like you can't jungle justice everything. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Public confrontation, nah. There's no point. There's no point.
What are you on it?
There's no point because by the time the police even come, the whole thing would have been
You
done
don't believe
already.
you don't believe in citizens arrest and everything. Then?
Nah. I see the African uncle did it once. It didn't work. It didn't work. He got flogged. Yeah, it's weird. We'll never do that again.
Did I ever tell you, Mark? There was one time I was working in Tesco, and one guy stole alcohol, and the security guard and the manager tried to grab him, and he basically spun one of the managers.
Mm-mm.
The manager, like one tall Asian brother, he was in shape, he was actually in shape, and obviously when one black brother walk around the store, they've already clocked he's on F3, he's mad, and tucked the bottles. I think he took 3 bottles, but they were I don't know what he had under his jumper, but they were strapped in. Man's run out the shop now, but what they do is they'll let you walk out the shop and then they'll try to grab you as you're walking out. Because obviously we can't touch you while you're in the shop.
While you're,
but once you leave, boom. So there's the little glass, what do you call it? I'm so Jamaican. Little fake veranda thing they have in,
yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but agree with that. What's a veranda? It's
I'm actually trying to see what a veranda is.
You know, where you have the conservatory at the back of a house.
Yeah.
The veranda's at the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was that part. When you walk into the supermarket, you have that part first, and then you have the store.
Okay.
The glass part. But I just call it the veranda. I can't think of the correct term.
Yeah.
So obviously, they've tried to. He's walked out here with bare vim. They've tried to grab him. So as they've grabbed him, they're outside on the concrete, but they're trying to run, but he's moving, he's shifting. Guys tried to grab him, the man tried to grab him. You know them lethal body feints in football where man just give you the shoulder and shift?
Yeah.
Man's grabbed him, giving him that, and he started running. The manager's hung on to him. Manager's body spun out, flipped,
The manager tried to grab him.
Tried to grab the guy.
Yeah, no, it serves him right.
Yeah, tried to grab the guy, but remember, the shop is insured. I'm not doing all that, bro.
Yeah, it's bro, that's
I understand shrink, but the shop is, the alcohol's insured, bro. You saw the man, you couldn't stop him. You can't,
it's not worth it for me.
He could have stabbed you, bro.
He could have bottled me.
Man did this, shook him off, spun, guy spun out, just ran. But then the way the manager spun out, it's his body glided across concrete. That's all I did, yeah. I said, that's horrid. Yeah.
Do you know how hot the grazes will be so hot. He will never, that's the worst day of his life. That is.
I wanted to laugh, but I like that guy, the manager, of course. I was like, right.
You can't, yeah.
The only funny one,
Damn, bro.
only thing funny in that was they years before, and I hope Corey don't hear this. Years before, one of my they caught one guy for stealing it, and the guy was like, "Oh, you fucking black, yeah." But they're in the security room.
Yeah.
In fairness, Corey should have never been in the security room in the first place. Should be just security guards and a duty manager. Yeah, effing black. Whatever he said to Corey flash banged him. Boom, banged him. And, straight banged him.
Yeah.
Rasped him in his face. Obviously, police have come in now. He's crying. He hit me. He hit me about. Corey's like. Corey got a goofy face. Corey's like,
Yeah,
I didn't
so,
touch
yeah,
you.
I
I
don't
didn't
I don't know what you're talking about.
So are you
Anything
sorry?
like that.
Are you calling the police? And as your confrontation level, as you've gotten older with dealing with like things which can go left, are you better at managing it than you would have been like
Definitely
10 to
better at
15 years
managing
ago?
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Dealing with when it comes to other adults, especially other people who, if you feel like you can reach common ground in order to save taking it any further in either a police direction or any other way, I'm calm.
When I see crazy people, I even cross the road.
I'm trying to go home. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go home.
Yeah, nah.
I ain't got time.
I won't call the police.
I don't like.
We know that about you.
I don't like arguments, stupidness. If you tell me 2
Yeah.
plus 2 is 40, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Whatever, buddy.
Listen, my guy. So this is my close guy.
Oh, your guy.
And obviously can't say his name, but he did a long.
You can. I just have to bleep it.
He did a long stint in.
Like everything else you do.
He did a long stint on holiday somewhere.
I was on holiday.
Yeah, Thug's holiday.
I think the term is I got beef for police trying to send me on a government holiday.
So,
that PR.
So, but he said one of the, because he was there from when we left college, and up until only recently he's come. Well, recently, I'm saying recently, 3 years ago. But he said the way he kind of got through it was he had rules. I'm not arguing with you unless you're my friend. So if you're not my friend, we're not arguing. Because if you're my friend and you cross boundaries, because you're my friend, we can find ways to. But if you're not my friend, it means that the chances are you're going to cross boundaries. The chances are you're going to be disrespectful. And now I've opened myself to the possibility of getting involved in something with me. So I'm just not going to argue. So same with like on the street. When I see crazy people on the street and they, listen, you know what? My day is good. Like,
I said to Kieran earlier on, because Kieran said something to me about like, we was discussing about like how we dealing with conflict as a whole, innit? And for him, I said to him, because of experience with how you and how our other boy has dealt with certain situations, if someone says something to me that's crazy about you, I'm not going out of my way to tell you. He's like, oh, but that's not fair. I was like, but why am I giving you information? Why am I telling you something which could be detrimental to you? And now if you go and do something mad, that's now on me. Oh, no, but then, he's like, no, but then at the end of the day, if I go and do something mad, that's on me. I said, no, because I basically stirred the pot. Right, yeah, I have to know that when I'm giving you information, how you're going to react to information. Yeah, but I'll tell you. I said, the difference is when you tell me.
You're rational.
I don't give a toss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so-and-so said something. I don't care. Like, they weren't brave enough to say it to my face. I don't care. So then now if they come and say it to my face, okay, cool, what now? You're not going to rattle me. Like, it's what it is. I said, you're not financing my life. If you don't like me, you don't like me. I can't change that. Like,
you can't change that.
I said, that's the difference. I said, you lot still have an element of caring about what other people think about you. I don't give a toss, bro. I just don't.
Fuck. No one.
Pigs will fly, bruv. Like, pigs in blanket will fly before anything else, bruv.
Nah, for real. Nah, it's the best approach. It's the best approach.
Like, I'll beef my friends, but it's not beef. It's like we disagreed amicably. I can beef
And it's
my
your
siblings.
friend, and it's your friend.
You know what I mean?
Worst comes to the worst. You lot would somehow find a way to call a timeout. Like it's never, and with men. It's never really going to get to a place where you're throwing blows. Not if you're friends. As men, you're always going to find a way to somehow call an ethical timeout where, okay, cool, let's just leave it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
True.
No, moving on from that, oh my God, PSG, man.
Scary stuff, bro. Scary stuff.
Have you not seen the article that BBC wrote this week? About the online trend, the word beast.
I've got a lot to say about that.
Yes, I did.
Did you see it?
I've seen like bits and bobs, but I've not
Have you understood why I'm bringing this up as a topic?
No.
Do you understand this up as a topic?
Yeah.
So, for anyone who hasn't seen the article, basically, the BBC wrote an article about the buzzword beast, the trending word beast, and why it's problematic. The reason why there was an uproar about this was because when they posted the article, it had Nella Rose's picture, and the two people had written the article were black. A lot of people on the internet, as they do on Twitter, were saying it's shameless, it lacks tact. Why would you use that? You're just reaffirming that it's okay to talk about people like this and the rest of that stuff. I have my opinion on this, but I'm really interested to hear Gabriel's.
PSG scored. Sorry, PSG scored. But yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, same. All right, so I've got this to say about this. So the UK Beast, I think it's like it's UK Beast. I think that's the actual buzzword or words.
Yes, UK Beast.
Right, so it's not of our generation. It's more of a Gen Z thing, right? But from what I understand, this is how the word started. Remember that viral video in France where the guy was handing out the lollipops, the suckers?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah? Right? And then that video was posted and everyone was like, see, you can't do that in the UK with these UK beasts. They wouldn't blah, 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 blah. And that's where it came from. That's where it came from. That's the first time I've ever seen it. So, and according to what people say online, that's where it came from. Now, what's happened is
online from like Wikipedia, isn't it?
People use this UK beast term, right, to describe masculine women that speak a certain type of way, right? I.e., 95% of girls from South London, right? Those are the people they're using UK beast for, right?
You,
However, and I'm you know what, and I'm gonna include East London because East London, you're gonna get involved in that as well. But here's the thing. Obviously, the majority of women that are going to speak like that are going to be black. So what have black women done online? They've made it a thing where they've now associated the use of the word to a slur for black women. Cool. I don't know how they've done that, but cool. That's what happens in today's day and age. People like to associate themselves with certain things so they can feel as if they're being done hard by. But really and truly, you would call a white girl a UK beast, especially the white girl that back in the day said, "Are you going to call your cousin?" That is a young UK beast, right? According to the way the word is used.
Another video.
According to the way the word is used, that's a young UK beast, right? Cool.
Very specific.
Anyway, my main issue with the article is this. It's not even BBC putting Nella Rose's face. It's not that. They went and they interviewed a black girl from TikTok, right? And I see her on live all the time. And she's come outside and she said, yeah, it's a slur that's made by black men and it's been used to cuss black women, blah, 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 blah.
Is this girl Gen Z?
Yes,
okay.
Gen Z, of course. Here's my thing. You have to be very, very slow to go to a predominantly white-owned, in fact, not even predominantly, a white-owned media publication, right, or whatever it is, and bring internal issues, domestic issues that happen within the community, and bring that to the BBC, and then use that to make black men sound silly. Use that to make it seem as if there is a divide between black men and black women. For me, that's where this gender wars thing goes too far. Do the gender war thing on Twitter, right? Do it amongst each other. But when you're going to BBC and you're telling the BBC, oh yeah, black men came up with this word or these words and they use it to cuss black women, blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's right. I think it's weird.
You know my takeaway?
That was my thing with it. I didn't even care about the Nella Rose thing because I knew they were going to do that. What do people expect? Like,
the question I want to ask in a minute. Mark, now you understand. What's your thoughts on this?
This is typical. Like, people will run with an idea, flip it the way they want to flip it, and make it and use it against other people. Sometimes is it? I don't know. Do you want to play victim too much, or you? I don't know. Like, I really get bored of things like this, and it's just like, okay, here we go again with this shit. It's just like, wow, okay.
But that's mad because what that's done is that, and like Gabriel said, when you take that type of story to a publication like the BBC, who are always who will put a picture of Stormzy up and say, yeah, so Romelu Lukaku signed for,
exactly.
And you're like, what?
Exactly.
So wait, you have no, and I swear, probably every person in this room has said this, where you've seen something like that, and immediately you've gone to yourself, so what? You ain't got no black people in your office.
Yeah.
Who you can ask, excuse me, Kwame, is that
Yeah.
No, but it's not just that. Do you know how easy it is to Google?
Yep.
Search.
But they're
Something
doing
that
it
you
on
care about.
But they're doing it on purpose.
It is on purpose.
And that's what I'm saying. Is we fall for the
Google, your research.
We fall for the bait all the time, and that's why it annoyed me, because it's like, listen, what do you expect? BBC have better things to be doing in their life than doing investigations on the term UK beast. They have better things to be. But you know why they're gonna do that? Because it's all part of the propaganda, and we know that black women feel a certain type of way about this, right? Even though it's an internal issue, let's bring it to the public. Let's make black men and black women seem as if there's a passive between them. Let's make it seem as if the gender wars in the black community is at an all-time high. Even the black men don't respect the black women. The black women don't respect the black men. Like, it's just weird to me. I just think it's like...
I deviate quickly, but I want to stay on this topic. So, one of the guys I train with, he's a barrister, right?
Yeah.
And basically, the BBC posted a clip of him back in 2020. I didn't know this. So, you know, somebody posted up on Instagram the other day about a barrister coming from Mightfield Estate in Brixton.
Yeah.
I trained with him. I didn't know the clip was old. He said that clip's from like 2020, but they put up the clip again. And I said, BBC saw black Caribbean family from one of the worst estates in South London, who's now an established barrister or whatever. Me and his sister were laughing because he's got college with his sister. She was like, it's the code switching for me. I was like, bro, I know how you sound. Yeah. That's not how you sound. I said, you're the same guy that's the dancing on Soca while you're doing your workouts. That's not how you sound, yeah. Right, yeah. But it was like, yeah, mummy, sis, come and get in the video. I was like, no, it's cool. Like, they were chasing me for weeks to do the article. I didn't really care. It's like, I've done the hard graft already. It's not a story to me. You don't just want to do this for some buzz and stuff. So then, the reason why I say that is because ultimately there's always going to be, when we're looking at media, agendas. When I first saw that article, I was like, okay, cool. Give me some information, fine. And obviously, I've also seen like how people reacted online. My first thought is, which was the main question I wanted to ask you lot before, after I heard everyone's opinion, are we being too sensitive?
Yes, I think we are being too sensitive. I think especially because you expect them to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, you expect them to do it.
I think we need to stop being silly now, innit? We can't.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It's so obvious.
It's obvious that they come on, are we that dumb? Are we that? We know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen.
The internet is gonna internet.
And that's the biggest problem.
It's emotional minds versus a logical brain.
You
got to know when someone's throwing out a fishing rod and with debate on it. Like if I banter someone and I make them and they nibble, like, aha, I got you. Do you know what I mean?
So I was gonna say, and in this country, they do that so beautifully, in a way where it's seamless. It becomes a seamless sew-in to society's norms, thinkings, etc. To the point where something, and this became what it became, but just saying BLM in front of certain white people makes them get their back up instantly. They start going, what, I was born here, do you know what I mean? You're like, you don't even really understand what the issue is. Now, if you did, you'd research, you'd find out what, and then you'd see where we're coming from as far as just saying BLM. But because of all the propaganda and all the shit that they made BLM into, it now became
diluted.
Instantly. And there was nothing we could do about it. And because there's no community, it's just everyone just having their own opinions and having their own think pieces, and then Gen Z saying whatever they want to say and making it seem like, okay, now there's problems between black men and black women because they're calling them UK beasts. When the fuck was that?
You know what's so dumb about this as well? Yeah, it's like
madness.
It's like the BBC doing an article and saying, "What's a roadman?" or "What's a dusty roadman?" or something dumb. And then the purple black guy comes out. Yeah, like basically, the way man looks at it is like it started from the women and that. Obviously, like the black women and that, they had to find a way to bring a man down. Obviously, are you dumb?
All I'm hearing is, as people, we need to stop perpetuating stupidness.
Stupidness. They did it. They did it a few years ago with Lippy, right? I can't remember what it was, but it was like an article, and it was about stop and search. And then obviously they had him in a calf with his kids eating chicken nuggets or something like that. But then it's the way they didn't say his real
Framed it in
name.
a certain way.
They said Lippy Lick Shot. They made sure to add the lick shot. They made sure to make him look dumb.
Yeah.
They want to make you look stupid. Why do people keep going to these platforms? You know what's going to happen.
Well, because
Why is Nella Rose the front cover of UKB? Of course, who else are they going to put then? Who else are they going to put? I don't know. What do you expect? Holly Willoughby. Who are they going to put? Of course it's going to be Nella Rose. Of course they're going to put Nella Rose.
Plus, contextually, it makes sense if you're on the back end.
That's the person being...
the back
Yeah,
end
exactly.
of I'm a celebrity, and then
the backlash that
you
she
know,
got from
yeah, like-
that particular community of whatever, and how that they painted her and how they
Yeah, they're
just
painting
made her
pictures.
look and-
They're painting pictures.
Either
It's-
way, the guys that want to work or the girls that want to work themselves up over stuff like this, keep doing it, man. Stress isn't good for you. Keep doing it. The smart black people wouldn't care. They actually just won't care. Like, they won't
There are
care
so
about
many
this.
other things more important in the world, in your life,
Exactly.
than trying to deal with that shit, which unfortunately is something that even for me, I've remembered from the days of the Sun newspaper, from News of the World. They've just been,
that shit paper.
there's always been that under feeling of shit.
Remember, I don't know if you guys, well, of course you guys remember, there was a period in London back in the day, whenever a black person would commit a crime, on the newspaper they'll refer to him as a yardie. They'll be like,
Yeah, I do.
yardie.
Early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You remember that.
And sometimes
used to-
they wasn't a yard.
But they used to put yard. And I remember like every newspaper you'll get back in the day, yardie guy from blah blah, and it's like everywhere. They don't even know where they're just putting it there because they know it's going to trigger people. The only thing is, in that era you could get away with it.
Papers, bro.
In that exactly
Sell papers.
to sell papers, and in that era you could get away with it because people weren't as sensitive. Like you probably see it and feel like cool with it. Like it's wrong, but it's mad. It's wrong, it's mad, but there's bigger stuff to do in it. Nowadays, if they was to bring that back and do stuff like that
Over.
nowadays, oh
Over.
my god,
But then
the
sometimes
way people cry.
now you can tell the race by the crime.
No.
Some
Even
of
if
them.
I see it, the headline will let me know.
Because if it's a black person, they'll let you know that their color.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's a level of prejudice and ignorance which comes into media, but you also have to understand that with certain news publications, especially if you're reading tabloids are always going to have a BS headline. Broadsheets is a little bit wittier within the way they frame their sentence, even if the framing is very effed up. So at least with a tabloid, gang member from South London, black. Like you just know, you know, but it's the way it's framed.
Yeah.
Missing women, Because even if you look at some of the
Or
stories-
poor background,
yeah, like
such and such.
I've said this before, and I apologize the first time I spoke about this when we spoke about the little girl from Croydon who lost her life from the knife attack. Even when we spoke about the way how people tried to weaponize it, make it about men not understanding. No, it was framed by the media as a black girl who went to private school who was trying to do better, right? Yeah, and I'm like, but everybody's naturally trying to do better. This kind of goes into the secondary topic that Mark and I were talking about playing your cards right, about different environments. But Mark can explain it better than I can.
Yeah, I'll try and word the question as best as I can. But do you feel that no matter what cards you've been dealt in life, and when I say this, it's like backgrounds, experience in life or whatever, do you feel it's up to us to navigate and show yourselves how to do it? Like, let's say a person's grown up without a dad, but then they've grown up now and they're with a partner, and now it's their responsibility to try and be a dad, but they've never had that person to show them the way, type of thing.
Foundation.
So how do you navigate through systems like that?
It's like what I can imagine, like being a footballer or a musician or somebody who's just really just come into money really, really, really quickly. And you've not learned along the way to get a lawyer, to get an accountant, to make sure that these taxes are paid, to make sure that keep an eye on what's going here. So you're kind of learning as you're going, but you're also taking on the experiences that you've learned from other people around you who've gone through the same type of thing or maybe different type of thing that kind of give you knowledge on what it is to do. Like in being in parenting, my dad was a typical Nigerian dad. So when him and my mum,
I'm about to say for the guys in this room that aren't like
when him and my mum split up, and he moved like a few streets away, like 10 minutes from where I actually lived. But he wasn't the type of dad who was like, he'd call me, hey, what are you doing? Hey, let's go out. Do you want to go to a football match? Let's go, come and come around, let's watch football or something. Which was something I always wanted from him. But it was something that I never got. But in now growing up and becoming a parent now, it's, as I've grown, I've looked at the things that I didn't have. And then I've looked at what did I want my relationship with my child to be for her to look back on.
So you've taken the pros out of the things that you didn't have.
It's about learning from what you've been through and then how you want to then go forward, I think. Because not everyone knows everything. So a lot of things that you know as a person, you've picked up from literally just living, breathing, existing. And it's scary how important that is. And it's great to have different people people at work, people outside, people you train with and do football with, people who you work with, people you just see on the train regular, like that. You pick up so many things that,
like, I would say, like the first person you probably in love with.
It teaches you what you do like, what you don't like, what you can take, what you can't take. Am I settling? Am I not? Am I the prize? So, I deserve this. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's really, really important for you to learn and not feel like you know everything, because nobody knows everything. Mark, when you took your first picture to how you take a picture now, mad different things are now involved in taking a picture. You've got your lights, you've got your zoom, you've got to check this, you've got to check that. You got to make sure that this is done. Whereas before you just click, but you've learned. Same thing with writing. You've got to learn. It's so important to learn. That's really good.
Do you sometimes feel with that, and especially like adding that to life, like knowing that sometimes you have to come out of your comfort zone to try and not improve your life, but sometimes trying to like learn different things.
To try and do something different. Like, this is really funny. The first time when you work somewhere, I don't know what to say, I'll say it. The first time when you work somewhere with a lot of white people, and they take you, and let's just put this like when you're young, maybe first job, second job, and you go out with white people and they take you somewhere that you're not used to going. Or
like the pub.
I wasn't gonna say that, Mark. I was gonna go more upscale. I was gonna say restaurant, theatre, something that you're just not used to doing. And we'll let him go. He didn't like. When you are in that situation and you're looking around and you're just like, you notice you're somewhere different, and you're also taking in everything around you, and maybe you're seeing like, yo, this is something that I really like. This is something that I think I'm now going to try and work towards so I can come to a place like this or places like this, because this is nice. But it's just that you've been shown from some other way, or not, some other people out there who've just taken you and shown you something that you've just never seen before.
Okay.
That you've now gone home and you're now remembering this place, and it's now something that's now in your repertoire of, oh, I now know something that I didn't know before. I've gone somewhere that I didn't know before, and it's given me a taste of something. And now going forward, I feel like I could be a different person or a better person now because I've done something I wouldn't have usually done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man. Love it.
The way I kind of looked at that as well is, I think I always said, even with the cards you're dealt, it doesn't mean that you have to play the role in which you were set up in it based on environments and things like that. but I do feel like it's a lot harder for you to. The best analogy I can use is it's harder to build a house on bad foundations.
Yeah.
So naturally, regardless of your environment, whether it's like you grew up in a council estate, you grew up in a bad area or bad parents or whatever, it's harder for you to be the better version of yourself if you don't at least have someone who cares or is pushing you to do better. Because you can grow up in a volatile area but have a parent or have a household that feels like a home where you're able to still excel, even if the outside is noisy.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids that we've all come across when we were younger or the rest of that stuff have a lot of bad habits based on the environments they're in, right? And it's always easy to blame 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old. Oh, their attitude's nasty, they're selfish, they're this, they're that. But you got to look at it, especially if the parent in control is like, oh, you're so-and-so, but I learned it from you. The patterns of play and the patterns of behaviors and the way I should manage myself when I'm around adults or family members or in social spaces or workspaces, which is also a social space if you're being pedantic. It's so uber important that if it's not set on me in a right way, it's fine. Because I think what a lot of people do now is, and you can look at even our age mates, for example, it could be something as simple as we all don't have money. Then one of us gets money. Oh, I look brokey. Like, right, you can't afford to pay for that. So it's now like just because you've got it now, you're looking down on me because you now have it. I don't, like,
And I don't.
it's not like everyone's direction is different. If we were all like homogenous beings, we'd all be on the same line. We'd all earn the same. We'd all earn the same, and nobody would be rich. We'd just all be like living comfortably. Is the best way to say it. Or just living in a way where nobody's buying things they don't need, and it's just to a point. But we're not drones. I think naturally, with what's going on, the cards you dealt, I do think like some people have it harder than others, but the term is what pressure bust pipe. So at the end of the day, like as long as you're still pushing to do better, it's fine. As you said, you use the photography analogy, right? You're the right analogy. I will always use the football analogy. There's less than 2% of footballers in the Premier League who are English. One of the biggest leagues in the world, less than 2% that are English within the Premier League.
I think it's only 1% that make it through the football academy. Yeah.
So then, even if that's the case, you got to look at this. Even on the way coming up of how good or talented you are, you're going to hear a lot of no's.
Yeah.
How much drive do you have to take the no's and then keep on?
And keep on and learn from the no's and go forward.
You know what I mean? So I think in that case, I look at it like those environments can also give you drive. Sometimes you can have more drive than the people whose families already have it. It depends on like the foundations. I don't even mean the physical foundations, the mental foundations which were set for you by your parents or the close people around you or the teachers or whatever. But that's my take. Gabriel, what's yours?
To be honest with you.
Go on.
Then Acadia.
Yeah, completely zoned out, but it's because it's fade off.
Go on. Basically, the question is, do you feel like the cards you're dealt in life can make or break you in simple forms? So go on.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say the card you're dealt can break you because some people do better in life because they've been dealt with the worst possible cards. Right. So I'll give you a perfect example. The other day I was watching a documentary, not a documentary, but like a show, like a 30-minute special on Terence Crawford. Yeah. And Terence Crawford, world champion boxer, probably one of the most talented.
American, he flogged one guy recently.
Yeah, Errol Spence.
Beat him to bits.
Like pummeled. It was so unexpected, but expected by people that knew boxing.
Dominated him.
But Errol Spence is a tough guy as well. Like Errol Spence has never been knocked. And don't get twisted. Errol Spence would have kept going.
He's not a mug.
Yeah, he's not a mug. You know, Jamaican guy. Shout out my guy. You know what I'm saying? Errol.
Not a mug, not a muck.
Yeah.
Muck must be an East London word because I never heard it in South. Yeah, I never heard it. Yeah.
I love the word muck.
Yeah, muck's cold. So
One lad.
One lad. I remember that. But so Terence Crawford, he was like in school. He was a very good high school wrestler, and he was a very good boxer. And what his mum used to do to him is she used to.
Oh, I know this story.
She used to pay the bullies to go and beat him up. She used to pay people to go beat him up.
To fuck him up.
and he used to flog
the
them.
hell?
And she used to go and fight just because she wanted someone to teach him a lesson. And she kept on going to get people to beat him up. And they just couldn't. And then he even said, like, his mum would never, like...
Did he know his mum was doing that?
Yeah.
You found out.
He said his mum will never, ever give him credit. His mum didn't show him no love. Whenever he'll win something, like a championship as a wrestler or something, his mum wouldn't care. She won't give him no credit. But his dad would, right? But his mum just would not care.
So he was fighting literally.
So he was, yeah. So
R. Kelly meme.
Not just fighting for his life, but for his mum's approval.
R. Kelly meme.
yeah,
I
but
know what you're talking about.
and the thing is, he's fighting for his mum's approval. That really and truly, no child,
No, fighting for my life up here.
Nah, that's not even the funniest meme out of the R.
Damn
Kelly one.
you,
You know the
Reese.
funniest one? They're stupid, guys. No, that's stupid, guys. He's nuts. But the Terence Crawford thing's mad because
That's the best one.
which one you say?
There's
Y'all killing me with this, man.
You was on point with that one.
That's the one. That's the one.
If Boondocks are still around now, oh my, they
No.
would destroy it.
Nah.
Shit.
Oh.
That's stupid, guys.
Just camera
Oh
on
my
me.
God.
That won't be in this one more year. Go on, sorry, Gabriel.
But
Which
under
camera is it?
normal circumstances, what Terence Crawford's mum did to him, really and truly, is child abuse.
Yeah.
But even seeing the way
No, it's child abuse,
but
bro.
even seeing the way he's forgiven his mum, he doesn't even count it as child abuse. He just says, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it's what it is.
Unfortunately,
It happened.
Bro.
But look at how it's made him.
By the way, I hear you,
Yeah,
but he was one fight away from being an alcoholic.
yeah, yeah.
As a kid, if he lost a fight, that could have been one fight away from being an alcoholic. That's one fight away from being drugs. That's one fight away of him not
Prison.
being or being in prison or being a murderer.
He even got
But
shot.
then, when he's flogging these
He got
youths,
shot as
He
well.
got shot in the head. Yeah.
when he's flogging these youths,
Yeah.
who thinks these youths ain't gonna come back and think, right, man, yeah, I got paid for this, but man flogged me.
The man weighed me in.
Yeah.
You know what? You know my get back.
I've got
Yeah.
I can
right
shoot him.
off his face.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
got, and he got shot in the head. And it's like, so he had probably like one of the worst ever like starts to life, probably. Obviously there's worse starts.
There's no competition.
Yeah.
But-
But yeah.
In the sporting aspect.
In a sport. And
But even
Mayweather was
but
pretty
even
similar.
Tyson.
Tyson, no,
One,
exactly.
one,
If you go to
Tyson,
music, 50 Cent.
Mayweather, 50 Cent. But it's at the end of the day, man, I just think sometimes I don't like to be corny and say God gives his toughest test to his strongest soldiers, because I don't like to use that phrase.
It's true though.
But I
It
do
feels
think
that
it
way.
is true, you know.
I think when you're going through it, I said that the other day, like I said to some people, yeah, you can only fall so long, you know. Eventually, you got to hit the ground.
Yeah.
Eventually, once you hit the ground, at least you know, okay, cool. What is that? Like, it's the Bane thing. It's at the top of the well. Okay, cool. I know how high I have to climb.
But yeah, another thing is, you know, for me as well, like, because just adding on to what you're saying, whenever things are getting tough for me, like, for example, if I'm doing something related to the label, or if I'm involved in any business, I know for a fact the way I'm built and how I am and the way my anxiety works, I'm going to take over 95% of all the tasks that are meant to be done. And I'm going to do everything to the detriment of my health. I'm going to do everything, right? But then there'll be people in the business or people around me that won't do anywhere near as much or just won't even do anything. But I can't complain about it, because at the same time, I'm like, okay, cool, I can complain. But at the same time, it's like, I have to do this. I don't know who else can. I have to do this. Like, what am I complaining about? I signed up for it. Like, it is what it is. Like, I have to. And I feel as if that's the sort of mentality that people that grew up in the worst possible scenarios and situations have to life. Like, it had to be me. It couldn't have been someone else. Like, it had to have been me. Mike Tyson's one's sad. Like, that is crazy. Like, his one. Sometimes I'll be looking at it thinking, man, these men have been through. Like, sometimes you feel as if your life is hard, and then I look at what people have been through. Even people that have lost parents from like an early age. Yeah, right. So, bro, I don't know what I'll do. You know, I can't picture, bro, my mum, my dad.
Eventually, like, you adapt.
I'm honest. For me, before we even pivot off to this yeah, for me,
Yeah.
and I wish Kay was here as well, because Kay can
Yeah,
talk
she
about
can
it as
speak on
well,
it.
because similar situation. And I think Kay lost her mum younger than I lost mine. For me, I think the experiences that I'd been through with like general people made me stronger. But then I had like an incident, like a family incident, which happened a year before in the same month, which rattled me completely. So that by the time my mum passed, my brain was so zoned in on like sadness that when it hit me, it was like I had a spiral, but my spiral was
Quick.
I wouldn't say it was quick, unless you were near me, like in close proximity, because I'm not an open emotional person. You wouldn't have seen it. So I kept it in a way where, like,
Calculated.
yeah, I'm a calculated person. So my spiral, anybody who was aware that I was doing rub stuff was aware I was doing rub stuff. But you wouldn't have seen, like, to the general family or whatever, you wouldn't
hit
have
it
seen
well.
it. Because it's one of the ones where I've always kept, like, on topic, kept my cards close to my chest. Like, I'm not an openly emotional person. If I'm vexed, I'm super quiet. Because I don't, it's like, as I said, it's the bullying technique. I don't like people being in my head. Right,
Yeah.
I've made myself by design a very hard person to read in a general room. Whether I'm being silly, whether I'm being loud, I just like it that way. I can tell you everything I'm about, and you still won't know what the fuck is going on in my head.
Do you know who's like that?
Who?
50 Cent. Like, he's very much like, in terms of like his actual character, you never really see 50 Cent angry at anything. Like, when you think about it, you never really, even when he does get violated, he's never really angry. He never shows he's
It also says a lot that the G Unit boys, minus not Tony
Lloyd?
Lloyd, them lot are boomy around him. Like, they're shook. So
and
that says
everyone
a lot.
respects him. There was an interview the other day, what's it, from England, Tiny Boost. He's come out and he
Tiny
said,
Boost and
being around 50 Cent,
when it's talking,
he said he understands.
why man them I feel away around him. Yeah,
like, because Tony Yayo used to say, like, 50 Cent used to come on the block back in the day and everyone was just like, no one could chat. He was just
Omar's coming.
and then when you see the pictures of him when he was a kid, this guy had it like 13 years old. You can tell he was going through it in his household, but he hit the strip same way. Like, 50 Cent is a madman. He's a madman. He's a madman. But yeah, he's similar. He's got like a you can't really read him. He's very observant as well. Like,
very
crazy observant,
but very calculated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My biggest strength here is being very calculated.
Yeah.
And I said to Kieran, I said, thank God I'm not petty. Because being calculated and being petty, you're one of the most dangerous people.
Worst thing in the world.
You see what 50 does?
I pride myself on not being petty because I know if I wanted to, I know how far I can take it.
Crazy.
That's why I say for me, sometimes I'm happy just being in my house in silence. Something pisses me off, I'll get vexed, and I'm going through it in my head, but I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. Leave it alone.
That episode of Atlanta. Petty.
Oh my God.
Pet.
Oh, no.
Wait, which one was that?
When he pays the woman doesn't let him go through. When he goes to see a therapist, and then the woman doesn't let him go through the airport with his missus and his daughter.
Yeah.
So he pays bare people and pays like a fake production company to make it out like she got her book signed off, Then they pull it away from her. But remember, she quit her job. All because she wouldn't let man on the flight over some stupidness on his passport.
I remember that. Then
remember he told the guy with the pretty waves, he goes, you were cold blooded. I said, remember, I still got to get back on you. And the guy paused. I said, yeah, safe. Pure went off this, and this would be a great subject for Gabriel, What is the one British thing that annoys you?
Look at you smile.
Hold on, I'm looking at this camera thinking, why is it not showing me? It's recording. Hold on a minute.
It's recording.
Yeah. Okay, for me, there's so many in it. There's so many. All right, cool. The lack of care for other people's cultures is the worst. Is the worst British thing for me, and I'm going to tell you what makes me say that. Right? I think this was in, and especially when they get drunk, they just don't care. Like, a boxer would come from another country and they'll be singing the boxer's national anthem and they'll be booing it.
Yeah.
Right? Or they will go to a country with Sharia law, get drunk, hey, get your tits out, love. And then someone's going to take off their top in the middle of a country where, listen, your head could get cut off if this is what you want to do.
Entitlement.
Yeah. It's the lack, or going to, and that's why I was so happy. The greatest summer of my life, I enjoyed it, was the Euros when they went to, was it Russia? Where did they go? And they were getting flogged.
That World Cup.
No, it wasn't. It was the Euros.
What, in Russia?
The Russia
World Cup?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the Euros.
No.
Was it World
World
Cup?
Cup was Qatar.
No.
There was. Where was
That's
it?
the World Cup.
There was a World Cup in Russia.
It could have been the World
World
Cup, you know.
Cup.
We say 2016.
Yeah, I think it was. I know they wait. They went there.
2018, it's the World Cup. It's Moscow.
They-
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
No, wait.
Jesse Lingard was at a World Cup.
No, Tyson Fury went there to back the English fans.
It's the World Cup.
I remember
Because
that.
think it is,
the
yeah.
Russian fans were behaving themselves. I said, yeah, because the Russian leader's scary, bro. And he's ex-KGB. Man, them knew not to misbehave.
He wrestles bears, isn't it?
So did the guy that beat up Conor McGregor.
No, you know what? I think it was the Euros 2016. You know.
No, because that's France. No, that was in France. It was in France.
I think it was in France. I don't even think this happened in
France.
Russia.
Me, because myself, Arnold and Scott went to the France one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it happened in France. So what happened is, it was in France. So what happened is they the UK fans went over thinking they're tough. Like we're the firms. Look at us, Millwall. Cool. They go there and they meet these Russian men that train in the woods with bears and flag kick bears and strangle bears and kick down trees with their hands somehow. Like, bro, and they got flogged. They got thrown in canals. It was the greatest day of my life. I said, yes. Because you man think you're tough. You're not tough.
Thrown in canal.
Let them Russian man that. When they on the street, they walk with a mouth guard in their pocket. So wherever they go, it's on. They don't care. Like that. When I saw that happen, I said, yep. And then I remember the French government.
If you think you're a big boy because you got a beard.
The French government came out and said, we need to get more police on the streets. And they actually said, it's not for the Polish and the Russian fans. It's for the English fans. They're the ones getting flogged. Them Russian, man, they know what they're doing. If you want to do the whole firm thing, these guys know what they're doing. They're the ones that link up in the woods, 50 fans, run at each other, cool. And they're fighting with actual tech.
Must have an Avengers ending team.
Like whenever you see, like, I know you've seen them videos, of like MMA organizations in Russia where they fight at the weigh-ins and they knock each other out at the weigh-ins and just crazy stuff in general. These man,
I see man hold a 3-piece and I was like, yo.
Yep. These man are masculine to that level. If you think, if the black girls in the UK think what they're seeing is toxic masculinity, yeah, go to Russia, yeah. That is toxic masculinity. Them man are on stuff, yeah. We're not that masculine. We're not that masculine in the UK. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
No, see, that one ain't even bad. That one wasn't even bad. But yeah, no, sorry. Speaking about this makes me so happy. I wish it could happen again.
What is the one thing about Britain that annoys you, bro?
I don't like the way they racism. Their racism sucks. It's not. I mean, if you're just gonna be.
There's an oxymoron in this.
Yeah, I know. If you're just gonna be straight to the point with it, and just be, this is my opinion. Fuck you if you don't like it. Blah. Cool. I hate your opinion. Your opinion sucks, but I respect the fact that you've just come straight out and said that shit. But the way that the UK does their racism, it's the shit that's designed to drive you mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, yeah, I can see what you're doing. It's like, oh, but what is it that I'm doing? And you know what I noticed? I noticed it a lot during interviews, Israel-Palestine, where they were interviewing a lot of people, a lot of Palestinian leaders, a lot of Palestinian advocates, and asking them their opinion. And the first thing that they will do is, do you condemn Hamas? It's like, okay, but there's also other parts of it that
Did you ever see the interview between the new one with? Sorry, did you ever see the? Shut up. Did you ever see the new interview with Andrew Tate and Piers Morgan?
Yes.
The recent one.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I actually took the time to watch that, and yeah, there were a lot of things that. This is the thing. This is what Andrew Tate. I don't know a lot about him, but there were a lot of things in there that he said that I agreed with, especially the way that the coverage of this war and the way that conflict has been going on. It's very straight to the point where even if you don't really know a lot about it, you know what is going on. In this country, the racism is not out and out. It's not straight. It's just under the surface. It's Suella Braverman. It's that bitch. It's just it's the shit that's designed to drive you mad. And I'd rather you just be out and out straight with it as opposed to saying, oh, I'm sorry, we haven't hired you because, we don't think you're good for the job. No, you just saw my name.
And you don't want to pronounce
You saw my name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, this country can kiss both assholes.
Mark?
Wow. Can I say the government? I just find them very annoying. Like the way they try and police everything and then try to lie to you, take money off you, and then find new ways to take money off you, then try to sell it back to you like, no, we're doing you a good thing. I find that so annoying.
It's driving you
and
mad.
like people don't see it.
It's driving you mad. Because it should. You're like, wait, so no one else can see this, but everyone can see it, and they still do it. That's such a bit. Oh my god!
Do you know the recent one that they've done that people won't understand? The XL Bully one is ridiculous.
Of course, it's dumb.
The reason why the XL Bully one is so dumb.
XL bullies in the country. There's not that much.
There's not that much. First off, all of a sudden, XL bullies have gone crazy. They're attacking everyone, left, right, and centre. But the thing is, you won't know the difference between a staff
And the XL
and the XL bully
yeah.
unless you understand dogs. You won't know the difference between a cane corso and an XL bully unless you understand dogs.
My boy has an XL bully, yeah. The first time I saw that dog, I've told the story before, it was in his boot and his girl dropped him to football, yeah. And I saw the dog, my eyes did this, like they widened crazy, yeah. Then she got out the car, as in the dog, not my boy's girlfriend. She got out the car and I said, this dog is huge.
Yeah.
Like, her head came up to like the lower part of my chest.
Yeah, they're massive.
She's huge, but she's strong but playful. Playing with the dog anyway, like proper. Like she jumped up. It's like a mini grizzly bear. She jumped up. Her paws are on my shoulders. So then we had another game in like Putney, and he came to watch. Dog ran out of the car, ran towards me, gave me a hug. Big dog, yeah. Like talking about a dog, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that's
most
how they.
people,
Yeah.
I remember met this dog twice. Yeah, and this is the thing. The reason why people have to be very careful, especially in this country, across the world, they're dangerous. Wipe them out, right? Yeah, they do this with black people. They do this with people of different countries. But if you don't understand them, it's like we don't understand. We fear them.
Terminate.
We may not think. Take them out. Neuter them, bro. For dogs, you cannot blame dogs for being violent. You blame the owners.
Yeah.
If you're going to put in restrictions for those for dogs, you need to put in a restriction for the people who own these dogs and make sure they're trained properly and are not involved in anything mad.
Yeah.
Because you know what? A German Shepherd would tear up an XL bully. If a German Shepherd, how violent and aggressive German Shepherds are. Even Rottweilers, but even German Shepherds are some of the most aggressive, and they're the most stubborn dog. They're not like
dogs.
Say again. What? I couldn't even hear it. I couldn't even hear it. I couldn't even hear it. I couldn't hear it.
Hell fucking yeah!
Was he saying that? You saying that? Oh, no, 100%. But nah. But these are dogs, like they always say, like there's certain dogs, like huskies, for example, don't like to listen.
They're pack dogs,
right?
But then
exactly.
You shouldn't have one husky.
Yeah,
They're pack dogs. So my boy's parents, before they moved down to the coast, they had 3. So they had 2 Siberian Huskies, and I can't remember.
It's
the
like a
other.
Malamute. Malamute's a similar. They're
So they
like
was
the same
and
breed.
they were all things, but their house was big, and they lived in Yule at the time, and they had like it made sense because they're pack dogs.
They're pack
family
dogs.
You can't just take like
One.
a Scottish Terrier and like go that way, go that way. They're pack dogs. They're family.
And remember
dogs.
the environment you've taken these dogs from. That man want to be in the snow in
Even
Russia
Pomskis.
somewhere. Like,
Even
yeah,
Pomskis.
exactly.
Like they're even though like, they can either be really small or they get really big. But even those Pomskis, they're pack dogs. You can't just have one.
And they always say to people as well, like, cool, certain dogs you just shouldn't get if you don't have the time to train the dog properly. Because there's some dogs that you can be wishy-washy with the training and it'll turn out good because their temperament isn't.
Have you seen Stormzy's dog?
What type of dog is it?
A Doberman.
A Doberman. Nah.
So when he first got the dog, he sent the dog off some training course, isn't it?
Yeah. People do that.
Stormzy's walking his dog because he lives obviously not the better where he lives. When he's walking the dog, you don't walk the dog with a lead. You see if someone's walking behind Storms, he stops. Dog stops and waits and just looks at you and waits for you to walk past. Then starts walking along.
Along.
He's patterned in a way where it's like protect my owner first.
Yeah. And that's the thing. What you said. It comes down to the trainer. Don't get a dog if you know you can't put in the hours.
Thank you.
Right? There's just no point.
Kid,
There's
bro.
no point.
Yeah,
Like,
I was about to say that. Same kids.
It's for real with
Parenting.
kids. Yeah, you can't like be having children and you don't want to put in the hours. Like it's what.
Then you want to cuss like when they start misbehaving.
I saw a funny video about that the other day. I should have sent it to you guys. It was a guy on TikTok called John Wick.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a bad boy footballer, by the way.
I know. He's my boy's cousins. He's been cold at football. Yeah.
He plays for UTR. I saw that today about him talking about the foolishness.
And he was like, it was like these fantastic fool kids will come to the school. They'll be spitting at the teachers. They'll be punching people. And then you call the parents and you say to the parents, listen, your child today punched someone. And they'll say, why did he do that? Why did my child? And he'll be like, and he was like, the question is, why would you ask why your child should not be doing that? You're saying, why did my child do this? Your child should not be doing it. I'm a grown man. You think I come to school for your child to spit and punch me? Like, are you what? And it's true. And he was like, but then you see the family and you understand why. You see it's a lineage of fantastic fools. Like he's mad funny.
We won't get through all of our topics because we've got a wrap. Well, we've got wrap now. But before we do, just a quick topic. Gabriel, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Something to do with the hood.
No, it's not. It's see, if you said favorite Christmas song, I could tell you that.
No.
I'll ask you that.
Okay, movie. It's one about they're in the trains and it's like toys or something. They're in the trains. It's like a train. They're all in like a train. It's like an animated movie.
Oh, the Polar Express.
That's it. There we go.
Porn,
And then there was the Toy Factory one that I used to watch. Christmas times, like a Toy Factory. And anyway,
Child's Play.
I think that's it.
That's not child. No, it's not child's play.
I said that as a joke. I didn't think you was
Child's
going
Play
to
is like a Chucky movie.
Yeah.
No,
that's
this
what
is
it
about.
Why are
Wait,
you
wait,
looking? Now go where you looking. Oh, what's yours? Oh, stop it. Oh, what's yours? That's a Chucky.
It's not traditional, but it's always on. Die Hard.
Okay. Mark.
Gremlins and Die Hard.
Can we do songs?
No.
We can do that next week when Katie is here.
Do we do songs?
Mine is.
Gremlin. Yeah. I can see
Mine
why.
is one is the same as you got, Die Hard, and one is for me the greatest Christmas movie of all time. The Grinch. Jim Carrey Grinch.
Ah, yes.
I love Home Alone, but
I've never seen that.
Home Alone always pisses me off because I want to know what the dad does for that much.
To have that many kids.
It's weird. Like younger, I
That
loved Home
house.
Alone. When I grew up, I was like, that's neglect.
Yeah, then you start thinking about all the adult shit.
Like, wait, his parents left him.
Wait, what does he do? Because that's a
I'm
big
a fan of
house.
him.
Everyone went to
I'm a
France
fan-
first class.
I'm a big fan of your kid. But
The guy who saved Christmas.
okay, cool.
The man who saved Christmas.
Anyways, the camera's on him anyway. Listen, this has been episode 178 of the DSP podcast. You can find this DSP on all your favorite DSP, my personal favorite YouTube. You can find Mark O's, Katie's, Reese's, mine. and Gable's information in the description below. You can find the TikTok link, the website
Look at
link,
Mr. Handheld.
Mark's photography link.
He's done this many
That's
times
crazy.
before.
That's crazy, bro.
He has.
I have.
And all the
See?
other links in the description
Joysticks.
below.
What? Hey, yo.
I've been Reese.
Hey, yo.
To my right's been,
Drinks.
to my left's been,
Oh.
behind the camera's been.
Joystick man.
I'm not even gonna.
Crazy. I remember if it ain't snowing,
I ain't going.
Joystick man at going.
crazy. Let's go.